This is a dopamine detox that you should try to do for the rest of your life, or years, or decades. I know I said a month, but a month is basically like 24 hours in the long-term scale of your life. A dopamine detox shouldn't be a short challenge that you want to do and then just go back to your normal life. It should be a lifestyle that you want to maintain for the rest of your life to improve. There's two types of different gratification that exist. There's instant gratification and then there's delayed gratification. Instant gratification is when you do something to get the pleasure from it immediately. Those are things like maybe watching TV, Netflix, on social media, eating bad food. And these things are the reason why you're stuck in the place you are now, because they make you feel good in the short term, but in the long term, they're things you will regret and you will feel bad for doing. There's delayed gratification, which is what you want to strive to do 24/7 or as much as you can. Delayed gratification is doing activities that feel uncomfortable now, but make you feel better in the long run. Like when I work out, when I have the resistance to go to the gym, or eating healthy despite not having healthy food you like. These things help you so much more in the future, and that's why I'll be teaching you how to increase your delayed gratification time activities and decrease your instant gratification. This dopamine is focused on adding in delayed gratification, which helps your life, and taking out instant gratification, which takes away from your life. So, what I first want you to do is follow this actionable step right now. Go get a piece of paper and a pen. Once you have those two things, create a T-chart and write instant gratification on the left, delayed gratification on the right. I want you to write 5 to 10 different activities for both that you can think of right now on the spot. If you can't think of any, I'll give you a list. Delayed gratification are reading, meditating, journaling, exercising, going on an adventure, starting a project, learning a skill, making a business, those type of things. Instant gratification is like masturbation, watching TV, social media, wasting time on the internet, junk food, video games, and these are the two things that can either help create the life you want or destroy it. To start off this detox, I want you to pick one instant gratification activity from the list, and now you only have 1 hour a day to do that. Now you're probably thinking, oh, why would you do it at all? Well, if you try to immediately dive in and do work 24/7, you probably won't be able to. You'll probably get burnt out, tired, or just not have the discipline to do it at all. Because if you generally had that discipline, you wouldn't be watching a video on how to do a dopamine detox. You just figured it out yourself. So what I want you to do is pick one activity and choose which one you're going to do for an hour. An instant gratification activity to do for an hour. Now, you probably have a bunch of different delayed gratification activities. You're like, oh, I can do this one. You want to pick those ones and you're going to implement it into the next step that I'm about to mention. As I mentioned in the last part, I was talking about the ways you can implement these activities. So now what you want to do is create a schedule. Now, you probably already know how to create a schedule, but you have excuses in your mind. Oh, I have to do this one. Oh, I can't predict this. Oh, I don't know how to tell the time of this. Well, just make a schedule. Like, it honestly doesn't matter how shit or bad it is, just create a schedule. Because once you have a schedule, you're already 90% of the way done. Like, your schedule will never be perfect. I've made like 10s, 20s, 30s of different schedules, and maybe a week later I'm like, oh, I can do this better, or oh, I can change this. So the first step is just to create your schedule, because no matter how much you prepare, even 10 years, your schedule will still need to be changed in just like 10 minutes. So just create your schedule right now. You can do it on either Google Calendar or Timetable. Yeah, Timetable is an app that I'll link down below in the description. I used to think that the Google Calendar wasn't as useful, but if you want to use Google Calendar, use it on a laptop. Like, Google Calendar is extremely difficult and annoying to use on a phone, for me personally. So if you want to download it and actually take the steps I mentioned, just go to Google Calendar on a MacBook or laptop, something that's like a computer. Yeah. If you don't know what things to add to your schedule or what things that you want to fill out your day with, I want you to look at your delayed gratification activities and instant gratification. First, pick a time to do the instant gratification. I suggest doing it 2 hours before bed, so that 1 hour you can do the instant gratification, but the second hour you can unwind and just get ready to go to sleep. For the delayed gratification, pick which activities you're going to do and how long you're going to do them for, and just use those into your schedule. You can include a block of time called like free time, where you can choose which delayed gratification activities you want to do. So that's how I would set up those. The next thing you want to do once you have your schedule is create a habit tracker. A habit tracker is basically a system to see how consistent you've been with these habits. So for all the delayed gratification activities, you want to create a habit tracker, the one that you chose. But the basic bare minimum fundamentals are reading, meditation, exercise, journaling, and bedtime. If you just follow these 5 habits, you'll probably get 80% of the benefits from almost everything I said in this video. So I want you to create a habit tracker. I'll put one on the board right now, one on the video, and I want you to follow that and use it as a guide. If you took action, you should already have 1, a timetable with instant delayed gratifications, 2, a habit tracker with different habits that you want to include. And now I want you to journal every single week about how I could have saved 1 hour of my time and what things I could have done better. Because at the end of the week, you'll probably have changed your schedule a bit, but do not throw out your habit tracker. No matter what happens, do not throw it. I've always used to have a bad habit of throwing it out when I couldn't X out certain activities, and I'd always quote being like, oh, I want to add this one. Oh, if you want to add one, just make a second habit tracker and just paste it right next to the first one. If you wrote out the habit tracker on paper, then just tape it up right next to the first one. Don't create a new habit tracker. The timetable, yeah, you can create a new one, but don't create a new habit tracker. And so once you have that weekly journal, set a time for it in your new schedule, which is why I said you'll probably change it in the future. So set a time for your new schedule to do that every single week. And remember, the questions you want to write about are, what can I do to save 1 hour of my time? How could I have done less instant gratification and more delayed gratification? And just how did my week go overall? The video is over now. I don't have no more advice or something to tell you. But what I want to include here is a call to action. You should subscribe to my channel. I have other good videos and I'll upload every day from now on. I'm going to hold myself accountable for that, no matter how bad the video. What you also want to do, I have a Substack where I'll be posting like weekly emails. Like maybe once a week you'll get an email from me about how to do a certain thing or a really useful thing that I learned that I found crazy or life-changing. And I also have an IG where I'll be posting day in the lives every day. So I'm going to be held accountable for that as well. So you don't have to, but if you want, you can. It's not going to take much from you. Maybe seeing another subscriber on your subscriber list. It won't hurt. It won't hurt. Trust.